Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Eve coming to y'all with another episode of Hit the Sled. Broadcasting live from the Hit the Sled studios. Talking about the Commanders versus the Arizona Cardinals is the headline game of this evening. Currently, halftime of the Washington Commanders against the Arizona Cardinals, with the Commanders up 17-7. For the first time, I can honestly say the Commanders are dominating a football game. Offensively, defensively, and special teams. In the first half, the Commanders, other than the first drive of the first half, the Commanders have done an outstanding job bottling up Kyler Murray, who's currently 9 for 13 for 70 yards and a touchdown. He's been sacked twice. They've run the ball 15 times for 64 yards. But honestly, they've been a non-factor thanks to the Commanders' defense. Like I said, other than that first drive, the Commanders have done an outstanding job defensively. They've gotten off the field on third down. They've gotten pressure on Kyler Murray. This is the best defensive game that they've played so far this season. Offensively, they've been great. They've been running the ball. They started the game by running the ball. They ran the ball. Jalen was accurate, driving right down the field, scoring a touchdown, attacking the edges of the Arizona defense. Second drive, they started to move Jalen around. Move him, just done Cliff Kingsbury, moving them around, moving them from one side of the field, just moving them. Outstanding job right there. They've been running the ball very well too. Currently, Jaden is 11 for 13, 96 yards. He did throw an interception. The interception, I can live with that one. He knew exactly where he needed to go. He read the coverage correctly. He tried to hit Terry McLaurin in the seam, in that dead spot in the cover 2 defense of the down the left hash. And he just missed him. And credited the DB for Arizona, number 21. He's getting paid too. He ain't on scholarship. He made the play. Other than that, Jaden has been accurate. He's been flawless. He's been running when he was supposed to. He's getting out of bounds when he's supposed to. He's not taking, he's doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Be part of the reason why you win and not the reason why you lose. Again, if a quarterback, you're a rookie quarterback, if you hold that mantra close to you and never forget it, be part of the reason why you win and not the reason why you lose, you will win most of the time. In the first half, the Commanders have ran the ball 21 times for 124 yards. Let me tell you something. The recipe for a rookie quarterback is you run the ball, play good defense, and you will be successful with a rookie quarterback. And that's what the Commanders have been doing today. They've been running the ball, and they've been playing good defense. Lo and behold, they up 10 points. They're up 10 points. It's a 2-possession game. And they get the ball back to start the second half. Man, let me tell you something. That's the position that you need to be. You need to be in that position right there. You need to, that's the position that you should be in. If they continue that position, if they continue to play like that, they're going to win a lot of football games this season. So the point I'm trying to make is the recipe for success. They're using it. They're doing it. Brian Robinson has 12 carries, 58 yards, and a touchdown. Jeremy McNichols has 3 carries, 38 yards, and a touchdown. Jaden has six scrambles for 28 yards. Man, listen, that's the recipe right there. That's the recipe. That's the recipe. If you do that, you're going to be successful. And they get the ball back in the second half. So if they come out in the second half, get some points, make it a 3-possession game, get this touchdown, you make it a different ball game, a 17-point game, 3 possessions. That means practically Arizona has to score on every drive. The pressure is on Kyler at that point to score, go for it. They got to score on every drive. Because when you keep running the ball and you take time off the clock, you shorten the game, you lessen possessions. That's the recipe for success. That's what you need to do. So in my humble opinion, the Commanders are playing the game that they should be playing. The correct game. The plan has been great. An update, Brandon Coleman started this game. Brandon Coleman has done a very good job so far. We ain't been calling his name. He's doing very well. He's been doing very well, man. That's what you need from out of your left tackle. A quiet game. A quiet game. So, man, I'm going to tell you something. This right here, Cliff Kingsbury, calling a good game, man, they're doing an excellent job of running the right plays, calling the right offense. Everything has been awesome. So they just got to keep it up. Keep running that ball. Keep running that ball. Keep them off balance. Keep moving Jalen. Mixing in and out to hurry up. 1 minute they going in the huddle. Next minute they doing the sugar huddle. If you don't know what a sugar huddle is, you're not in a hurry, but you kind of are. You just holding it. You just holding it. And they just got a pass interference on the ball that went deep. Hey, man. Hey, this is what you need right here, man. This is what you need. They just looks like they just got a pass interference. That blatant pass interference right there. Blatant. Even though that was a little that ball was a little long, but hey, this is what you need. You need to get the call sometimes. So the Washington Commanders, I'm gonna tell you something. They got some momentum going. They got some things going. They doing right things. They are playing the way you're supposed to be playing. And it looked like they just scored a touchdown. With Jaden running it in. Man, listen. This is what you need. This is what you need right here. They got an excellent plan going. They doing the right thing. Hey, this is exactly what you need right here. Washington Commanders are playing excellent football. Now, I want to see in game how they handle success. That's the question you got to ask yourself. If you're a fan sitting at home, one of the questions you got to ask yourself in game, how are they going to handle success? Are they going to relax? Are they getting comfortable? Because hey, man, I saw Stephen A. before the season started. Stephen A. talking about, hey, Cliff Kingsbury. We're going to see who Cliff Kingsbury is. Cliff Kingsbury, all eyes on him. Well, Cliff Kingsbury doing an excellent job calling these plays. Cliff Kingsbury doing an excellent job calling these plays. I'm getting text messages live as we speak. Live as we speak, I'm getting text messages from people hitting me, letting me know, hey, Commanders. Commanders looking good. Commanders looking good. Listen, this is exactly what they need. This is exactly how they need to play. This is exactly what they should be doing. Folks, we got us a quarterback. The Commanders, we got us a quarterback. Adam Peters will build this team the right way. There's absolutely no doubt about it, in my opinion. No doubt in my opinion. The Commanders are on the way. They're on their way. Make no mistake about it. They're on their way. Isn't it ironic what good ownership will do? I've been saying it. The days of Dan Snyder is over. The days of the Commanders being the laughingstock of the National Football League is over. The days of the Commanders being last place is over. They are on the path to success. The Commanders got their starting quarterback. The Commanders, all their draft picks are currently helping them win. Brandon Coleman, 4th rounder, he's helping them win. Johnny Newton, he's in the rotation. He's helping them win. Mikey Sanders still, he's helping them win. All their draft picks are contributing to the Commanders' success. You got to understand what's going on. You got to be able to see it. You got to understand this is not the same team anymore like it was for the past 20-some years. It is not the same team. It's a new day in DC. We are going back to what it was when we were kids in the 80s and early 90s. Those are the days, those are the times that's coming. Folks, it's coming. Make no mistake about it. Them days are coming back. You got to see it. Change of ownership is imperative. Once they got that change of ownership, they got people there. They got people now that can help them win. They hiring the right people. They hired the right coach, apparently. They hired the right GM. When you do that, all of a sudden, isn't it a surprise? Things are changing. They gutting out Loudoun County, Redskin Park, Commanders Park. They renovating the whole place. That place had been the same way it was when Joe Gibbs and when they opened it up back in 1991. No improvements. Washington had the worst football facility in the NFL. In pro football, all of that is changing. So you gotta look at this now. You gotta see what's actually happening. What's actually happening. You got to see it. You got to believe what you see. A lot of times people don't want to believe what they see. You got a quarterback, Kyler Murray, with his head down, walking around. You the leader of the team. You can't walk around with your head down. You the leader. Kyler, you can't be on the field walking around with your head down. You gotta have positive energy about you. I understand. Guys are not playing well. Your personality is not to scream and yell at people. However, you can't be walking around bad energy goes through the football team like a virus. You got to be upbeat. You got to be energetic. You got to say to yourself, hey, I can still do this. We can still do this. Don't get down. Don't get frustrated. Isn't it a surprise that when Jane Daniels came, all the energy picked up from the summer, from the spring when he got drafted? Everybody was saying that, hey, man, this guy comes in, he just works. He just does what he's supposed to do. That's what you need. Man, let me tell you something, man. If you was watching Fox NFL Sunday today, I was watching it on my phone while I was working out. Jay Glazer reported. Jay Glazer reported as the Commanders got a sack. It's third and forever now. It's third and forever. As Jay Glazer reported that Jane Daniels was the number one player on the Commanders draft board. Regardless if they were the number one pick. Regardless if they had the number one pick, they would have took Jane Daniels over Caleb Williams. Man, listen, let me tell you something, man. They knew what they were getting with Jane Daniels. The story was that Adam Peters said he didn't watch much of Jayden Daniels when he was with the 49ers. He ain't know too much about him. Don't believe none of that. That ain't number nonsense. Man, he knew exactly who he had everything. They had all that. They had everything down packed, what they was doing. There's no way a man like that who specializes in picking players only knew about Jane Daniels when he got the job. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. What I'm trying to tell you is that they knew exactly what they were doing by picking Jane Daniels. Man, let me tell you something. They are on their way. The Commanders are on their way. While I got people reaching out to me, the fan base is getting rejuvenated right in front of our eyes. It's still going to take some time for it to get back to the old days, to the old glory days, but it's coming, folks. It's coming. It is coming. What happened today, what is going on right in front of your eyes, is coming. We are going back to what it was in the 80s and early 90s. We going back to that. We got us a quarterback. We got a real front office. We got ownerships that know what they doing, like Jack and Cook. See, Josh Hurst and Magic and them, and Eric Smith at Google. These people are high-level intellectual people. They've been involved at the highs in everything they've done. Eric Smith, the former CEO of Google, for over a decade plus. This man right here he's a constant. If you watch anything he talks about on YouTube about what's coming down in the future, technology-wise, man, is revolutionary. What's coming? That's what he talks about. I try to watch everything he put, everything that's out there on him that I run into. I try to read everything he is involved in Eric Smith, because that's how you learn. You got to do that. So, man, listen, when I'm trying to tell you something, the Commanders have the ownership. It looks like in the first 4 weeks, they got the coaching. And also, it looks like they got the quarterback. And also, don't underestimate the value of the human element in all this. Cliff Kingsbury got fired by the Arizona Cardinals. Cliff Kingsbury wanted Kyler Murray for them to work together in Arizona. Kyler Murray get drafted. Cliff's the coach. They had their successes. They even went to the playoffs. And Cliff got fired, and it was an article in the Washington Post that detailed everything that went on with him when he got fired. He went over to Thailand, him and his peoples, him and his girl. They went out there. He thought he was going to work for the venture capitalists. One of his boys, a venture capitalist. He thought that's what he was going to be doing. He thought that's what he was going to be doing. He really did. He thought that's what he was going to be doing. But the football juice gets to all of us. He gets rejuvenated, tried to get back in the league. Washington was able to secure his services. And now here we are. He has a rookie quarterback that fits his system perfectly. Him and Jaden look like they get along great. So when you look at this, this is just something where, man, listen, you just want to keep working, keep getting better, keep progressing, keep doing what you need to do to be successful on the field, which is play good defense, run the ball, and don't turn the ball over. You do that, you'll be fine. Third and 15. Converts. That's the first down right there. We'll take it. Reset the downs. That's another 5 minutes off the clock. See, man, let me tell you something. This young man right here is a young man who the game is slowed down. He still got a lot of work to do. It took him a little bit of time to even find Noah Brown on that 3rd and 15. It took him a little bit of time, but all this is a learning experience. All of this is a learning experience. He is learning while they're winning. Do not underestimate that. He is learning how to be a professional quarterback as they're winning. That is so important. That is extremely important. You know how it feels, man, when you get up in the morning, you get up like he be at the facility 6 in the morning. You get up, right? You get up early in the morning off a win. You go in, you turn that film on, him and Cliff sitting there with the quarterback coaches. They going through that film. They beat Cincinnati last week, or they beat the Cardinals. They turn on that film on the way. By the time they get from Arizona all the way to Loudoun County to Dulles, man, he done already watched all that film. They already done gave him the notes, so that when he wake up tomorrow, he come in for treatment. Man, they already there ahead. You know how exciting that is to watch a film like that? You know how exciting that is? You know how exciting that is? That's extremely exciting. That's extremely exciting. Man, there is nothing better in life that you learn while you succeed. There is nothing better in life for you to be learning while you're succeeding. Nothing better. Nothing better for you to be 4-1. They go for it. They get 25 yards on the run. There is nothing better than for them to be, for Jaden Daniels to be learning while they succeed. See, that's the thing people don't talk about. But that's something that I'm telling you right now on Hit the Sled. Jaden Daniels is learning every game he goes into, he comes out of, he's learned something new. And they're winning. That's what you want. As of right now, the Commanders got 143 yards rushing. Arizona got 76. Man, that's a winning formula. That's winning formula right there. You gotta be able, man, to progress in everything you do in your life. Thinking positive. Being someone that's able to see the positive in everything that happens to you. There's a learning experience in everything that happens. Everything that happens is a learning experience. No such thing as failure. The Commanders are winning and Jaden Daniels learned. There's no such thing as failure. Only something you learn from. Only something you learn from. And they winning right now. 24-7, 3rd and 8. They had the Arizona. They had the Arizona 20-27. All out blitz by the Cardinals. Jaden still completed it. They just short. Kick the field goal. We'll take it. Click the field goal. That's a 20-point lead. Arizona came out all out blitz. Jaden got out of it. Hey, mobile. Accurate throw. Man, listen, y'all. Y'all don't know how difficult that is what he just did. Would you? You guys didn't see it. Man, he just threw, man. He was running. And he threw it. Man, it was right on the money. All Brian Robinson had to do was just catch it, which he did. And we got us a kicker too. It's 27-7. It's 27-7. Man, the Commanders are on their way. Commanders are on their way. As we go around, they just went to a commercial timeout. As we go around, hit the sled. They showing the highlights of Kansas City. Look like Pat Mahomes at it again. Pat at it. Kelsey got 5 catches, 74 yards. It's a 10-7 game. The Chargers playing good enough defense. The Cardinals playing good enough defense. There are things, man. Anytime Pat on the field, hey man, it's just all you got to play to the whistle, man. 10-7, you're not gonna beat Kansas City scoring 10 points. That ain't gonna happen. So the Chargers got to go. They got to do more than that. Excuse me. They got to do more than that. They got to do more than that. They have to do more than that. '49ers hit the Sled scoreboard. 49ers 20-10. The 49ers need to get that game last week out of their system. 49ers need to get that. The 49ers need to get that game out of their system. Which it looks like they're gonna do that against the Arizona Cardinals, against the New England Patriots. You got the Raiders and the Browns 10-10. That's a bomb burner, third quarter. That's a tough one. Hopefully, I want Antonio Pierce to do good, so hopefully they get that win. You got the Ravens-Bills tonight. That's going to be a tough one for Lamar and them because Buffalo coming in there, they playing. Buffalo on fire. Buffalo on fire, folks. Buffalo's on fire. Josh Allen, no Diggs, Stephon Diggs with the Houston Texans. And, man, they coming out. They on fire. Buffalo playing great ball right now. It's early, though. You don't win the Super Bowl in September. You do not win the Super Bowl in September. You win the Super Bowl in August, in January, February. That's when you win the Super Bowl. So this thing, it's a long way to go. You got the Falcons and the Saints from earlier today, 26-24. The Atlanta Falcons won a game today, but without scoring an offensive touchdown. Touchdown came on a defensive touchdown. The Atlanta Falcons, Raheem Morris and them, they won a game today without scoring an offensive touchdown, 26-24. Kirk Cousins gets a penalty, I should say, late, and the kicker hits a 58-yard field goal to win it. That's a great job. People don't know, man. Atlanta against New Orleans is a real rivalry. That's a rivalry down south. We don't know nothing about that up here. Because when I was a kid, man, Atlanta was terrible. Chris Miller priming them. Brian Jordan, safety. Andre Bad Moon Rising. Chris Miller was the quarterback. They had Craig Ironhead Haywood. I remember when Atlanta did, the Georgia Dome wasn't even built yet. I remember when they used to play at that old Atlanta Braves stadium. Used to have the dirt out there before the season over. I remember that. And then you got the Saints. I remember Bobby Hebert, Pat Swilling, Von Johnson, and them boys, Ricky Jackson. Man, them boys used to come around that corner, man. They used to give people problems, man. Them dudes, man. You have Bobby Hebert and them at quarterback. Before Drew Brees and them. You see, most people remember Drew Brees and them. I remember when them dudes was out there, man. When them dudes was out there, man, it wasn't no offense out there. Like I said, they had Bobby Hebert. That's it. So the Saints started 2-0. They've lost 2 straight. And the Falcons chugging along, 2-2. Next game we're gonna talk about the Cardinals. The Cardinals got the ball. The Cardinals got the ball. They driving. They putting together a little drive. They know this possession right here is critical for the success of this game. If they got any chances of making hay of this game, they got to do something on this drive. So they coming out. They got a little force behind them. They driving. James Conner is the main one running. James Conner got 15 carry, 84 yards. Listen, man, the Commanders defensively, we're not there. We're not nowhere near where we need to be. However, they just got a sack on Kyler, though. Jonathan Allen with the sack. These boys, him and Payne and them, looks like they ready to go today. It looks like they ready to go. They earned their check today. They've been pushed. They've been talked about. They've been told, man, they playing like they stealing out there. And showing up today, they stepping up. Showing up, they stepping up. And that's what you need. Fourth down, look like they going for it. Looks like they going for it. This is the game right here. This is the game. 4th and 12. Let's get a pass rush going. Let's not give. We got to. How are we gonna handle in-game success? How are we handling in-game success? That's the most critical thing. They gave it up. They they got beat. Who's 29? They But let me tell you guys something, man. You got they doing the right thing, forcing them. They not getting big chunk of plays. They driving all the way down the field, make them take itty bitty stuff. Oh, Bobby Wagner. Oh, Bobby Wagner. Oh, Bobby Wagner. Listen, when it comes to this right here, a game like this today, it's all about continue to play well, continue to fight, continue to get better. See, they gotta see this run game now. This run game, they got to do something. They got to tighten up this run game. James Conner gonna have like 120, 130 yards. They got to slow that run game down. The pass rush has been there today, but the run game still is an issue. Can't keep giving up these runs. And a lot of times these runs right up the middle. On this drive, it's been right up the middle. The first drive they scored, it was on the edges. You got to show up this run game. That's one thing. But like I was saying earlier, as you're winning, you will love. As you're winning, you will love to get better, which they have. See, they gave up that touchdown. Now it's gonna be 27-14. It's a 13-point game. Got to be better than that. Got to be better than that. Got to be better than that. Got to be. As we go to the next game, Bears versus Rams. This was something right here where Caleb and the Bears, the defense played outstanding. They ran the ball, and that's what they're supposed to do. They ran the ball 28 times for 131 yards. They threw the ball 23 times. Caleb was 17 for 23, 157 and a touchdown. He was still sacked 3 times, but that's okay. This pro football. That's okay. That's okay. DeAndre Swift had 7 catches. A lot of them. He had a couple screens. The rookie receiver, Roma Dunze, 1 catch, 10 yards. Keenan Allen, 3 for 19. DJ Moore, 3 for 22. Man, it's going to be a struggle for them boys. Don't get it twisted. It's going to be a struggle. Don't get it twisted. It's going to be a struggle for them boys. Them boys going to have a difficult time getting their numbers this season. Matter of fact, let's be honest. They won't be getting their numbers this season. They're not going to get big numbers this season. Their season is going to come next season when Caleb settled down. Defensively, they played well. Matt Stafford, 20 for 29, 224 yards and an interception. That's good. The Rams got a lot of people hurt, but that ain't the Bears' problem. The Bears got that win. That's all they care about. So, hey, man, in National Football League, you get your wins how you can get it. It's a good drive right here for the Commanders. Go back to that run game. That's what you do. That's 3 yards right there. That's okay. That's okay. You take that. You go to the fourth quarter. You go to the fourth quarter. You go to the fourth quarter. As the Chargers line up for a field goal, 55-yarder. He pushes it. Man, listen. You can't beat Kansas City kicking field goals. Because sooner or later, Pat gonna get you. 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 So you can't be kicking field goals. You gotta get touchdown. But the Chargers, Herbert is limping. Herbert is hurt. He trying to tough it through it. They bye week. They trying to get to their bye week. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Next game, Minnesota and the Packers. Man, let me tell y'all something. Minnesota for real. Minnesota is for real. Man, when you look at Sam Darnold's numbers, ain't nothing going to jump out at you. It wasn't nothing spectacular. Sam went 20 for 28, 275, 3 touchdowns. See, when I was a kid, those are spectacular numbers. But, you know, nowadays, a lot of the youth, they feel as though if you don't throw for 375, you ain't doing nothing. Man, that's a great day right there. That's a great day. That's a great day right there. 20 for 28, 275 yards, 3 touchdown interception. That's a great day. Sam Darnold's playing great ball, y'all. Sam Darnold's doing a tremendous job. Sam Darnold is doing a tremendous job out there. He's doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. He's managing the team. He ain't doing nothing too crazy. He ain't doing nothing out of the ordinary. He's doing exactly what Cam McConnell want him to do. He's making the plays when the plays are there to be made. That's what he's doing. Jordan Love came back from injury. He went 32 for 54, 389, 4 touchdowns. He threw 3 picks. Those are rusty picks. He ain't played in 3 weeks. That's a problem. So he's going to come in. You know he wasn't practicing that much. So that right there tells me something right there that, man, listen. Man, listen. Another great ball by Jane Daniels. Man, listen. That tells me right there that the Packers were just trying to get him back as soon as possible, try to get him out there. The Russ with the 3 picks, and my man Bree, the defensive coordinator for the Vikings, doing an outstanding job. Outstanding job. Anytime you can get somebody 3 turnovers, you're doing a great job. Man, Minnesota, man, nobody is talking about Minnesota. Nobody is talking about Minnesota. Nobody's talking about Minnesota, but Minnesota 4-0. Minnesota, they got Aaron Jones, who ran the ball 22 times for 93 yards. They ran the ball in total 34 times, 120 yards. Man, listen, that's a recipe for success. If you're trying to win big, you got to run the football. They ran the ball 34 times. They ran it more than they threw it. They ran it more than they threw it. They ran it more than they threw it. I don't know what they threw a flag for. They just threw a flag on. I don't know. They called taunting. How can a man taunt? He got a mouthpiece that covers his mouth in his. How is that taunting? Hey man, these referees, man. Hey, come on, refs. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, ref. You can't call that. You can't call that. Come on, ref. You can't call that. Ref, you can't call that. You can't call that, ref. Brian Robinson, you got to cut that thing outside. That's where you're blocking at. I don't know who 49ers just scored. It's 27-10. I don't know who Jordan Mason is, but hey, Jordan Mason out here doing big things. Jordan Mason out here doing big things for the 49ers. So once again, the Packers lost this game, as I was saying. The Packers lost this game by early on getting empty possession, missing field goals, and it's turning the ball over, stuff like that. That's where they lost the game. That's where they lost the game. In the National Football League, you have to score touchdowns. If you don't score touchdowns, if you don't score touchdowns, you're gonna get beat. You see, in Minnesota, early on in the game, they were getting touchdowns every time they got the ball. Every time they got the ball, they was getting touchdowns. Every time. Every time. You got Justin Jefferson. He didn't really go off. He had 6 for 85 yards and a touchdown. That's okay. The other receiver, Jordan Addison, he had 3 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. Man, they had 20 between the receivers. They had 20 completions between them alone. Excuse me. So, man, listen. Minnesota, let's look at their schedule. Let's look at Minnesota's schedule. Because once you get to 4-0, you banking these wins. They got the Jets next week. At home. Then they play Detroit. Hey, man. I would like to see that game. So Minnesota, I think the Packers will be all right. Packers will be fine. The Packers will be fine. The Packers will be fine. The Packers will be fine. You know, once Joe and Love get himself together. Once Joe and Love get himself together, get back used to the speed of the game, they're gonna be more than all right. They're gonna be more than all right. Then the next game is the Steelers versus the Colts. Colts get the win. Beat the undefeated Steelers. Beat the undefeated Steelers 27-24. This is the first game I thought Justin Fields didn't play really his best game. He fumbled, a critical fumble. Anthony Richardson got hurt again. Man, listen. Anthony Richardson better be careful. Hopefully, first of all, hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he doesn't have a significant injury. It was some type of deal where him and the coach were going back and forth as far as Anthony Richardson wanted to go back in the game. Anthony Richardson wanted to go back in the game, and the coach said nah. Anthony Richardson said he good to go. Coach said nah. Joe Flacco came in there and led him to the victory. Anthony Richardson better be real careful. Anthony Richardson better be real careful because the reason being is he can't stay healthy. He's not playing all that well. Man, listen. You keep doing that, and Joe Flacco lead them boys to win. Joe Flacco gonna lead. Hey, Joe Flacco, he can play. Old man Joe, he's still going strong out of Delaware. I don't think Anthony Richardson gonna get. Now he might get his job back. I'm not gonna say he probably won't get his job back, but it's gonna be one of those things where Anthony Richardson is gonna be real. He got to be real careful. He got to be real careful, real careful, real careful, real careful. Like I said, Justin Fields, this was the first game that he did not look all that great. He did not look all that great. And Jaden Daniels just threw another touchdown. Man, listen, y'all. Man, hit the sled. We here. We here. Jaden Daniels, look at that ball. Look at that. Look at that spiral on that ball. Terry, you gotta catch that with your hands. Don't use your pass. They try and get that 2-point conversion. The Commanders are playing excellent football. Excellent football. Excellent football. 35-14. 35-14 with the backup quarterback. 35-14 with the backup quarterback warming up. Kyler might be done. Kyler might be done. Kyler might be done. The next game, the Broncos beat the Jets 10-9 in a bad weather game. Aaron Rodgers threw the ball 42 times in a bad weather game for 225 yards. In a bad weather game. Rain, wind, they was out there trying to sling it. Aaron Rodgers got beat by Bo Nix, who went 12 or 25 for 60 yards and a touchdown. Man, quiet as kept. Broncos 2-2. Broncos 2-2 out there. They done weather the storm, the early storm. Bo Nix didn't turn the ball over. He threw a touchdown. Again, be part of the reason why you win and not the reason why you lose. You do that, you'll be successful. And that's what Denver's doing. Hook by crook, Sean Payton getting his man up to speed. By hook or by crook, they out here on snatching wins. Hook or by crook, they gonna have they might have a winning record some maybe this season. Bo Nix is learning while they winning. That's a hell of a combination. You have to do that. That's how you be successful. That's how you be successful. That's how you be successful. That is how you stay successful. The Eagles lose to the Bucks. The Bucks 3-1, y'all. The Bucks 3-1. The Bucks is 3-1, and they playing outstanding. They just showing Jalen Daniels touchdown throw. They showing Jalen Daniels touchdown throw where he threw the ball, and Zach Ertz was nowhere to be near. He anticipated that. That's what you do. See, this youngin right here, he's grown up. He's learning as they're winning. This is the combination that you would love to see. This is the combination that you would love to see. The Commanders are winning while Jane Daniels is learning. That's what you want. That's a successful way of building your team. Man, listen. It cannot get any better for the Commanders than this. This young man right here is just nice and calmly doing his job. He's doing an outstanding job, y'all. Outstanding job. Outstanding job. Outstanding job. They got Kyler doing the hurry up now. Kyler out there doing hurry up. Kyler's out there doing the hurry up. Kyler out there doing the hurry up. With the Arizona, it's 3rd and 1. That don't matter. Because they trying to they run this ball up the middle. They're gonna have to do something with that run defense. They're gonna have to do something with that run defense. Hit the sled. We will be looking at the Commanders' run defense. We're gonna have to look at that run defense and see what's going on. Commanders are definitely gonna have to do some of that run defense. They just stripped the receiver, Cedric Wilson. See that? You see, that's what you want right there. They held him up. They held him up. Or they saying he down by contact. They trying to say he down by contact. He was down. Forearm was down. Oh, that ball might be out. That ball might be out. Man, listen. You got to challenge that. You got to see what's going on. Lamar's in the building. Lamar's in the building. Lamar's in the building. Lamar's in the building. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. It's 10-10. It's 10-10 between the Chargers and the Chiefs. The Raiders leading the Browns 20-10. Deshaun Watson, it's not looking good. Deshaun Watson is 18 for 22 for 122 yards. Man, listen, Cleveland got a Deshaun Watson problem. I've been saying this, hit the sled. Houston has a Deshaun Watson problem because Deshaun Watson is playing like somebody who done took the money and ran. Say, I'm good. I'm successful now. I'm done. That's what he doing. That's what he doing. Man, listen. We see Cleveland in a couple weeks. Hey, this is gonna be something to watch. This is gonna be something to watch. So, man, I got Skip Bayless. I got to show y'all this. I got my man Skip. Skip telling us now. Skip Bayless is telling us right now. Let me show you. Let me show you what Skip just said. Let me just show you what Skip just said. Man, look at this. Man, there is no way. Jaden Daniels is starting to look like more than just the offensive rookie of the year. He's looking like he could rise into the MVP race. Man, he ain't in the MVP race, y'all. Man, stop it. Please, man. Please. Please, y'all. Please, y'all. Please. Please. He don't listen to Skip. Actually, I miss Skip. I miss Skip. I miss Skip, man. Skip, man. I miss him. I miss Skip and Shannon. I miss it, man. I really do. I love competition. Competition will make you better. Skip talking about Jane Daniel is starting to look like more than just the offensive rookie of the year. He's looking like he can rise into the MVP race. No, he's not. Please stop. Please stop, Skip. Skip, please stop. Jane Daniels is not looking like he's going to be in the MVP race. Please stop. Not yet. Please settle down. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Please settle down. Settle down. Settle down, Skip. Settle down. Please. Settle down. Settle down. Please settle down. Settle down. But man, listen. Commanders got the ball. 35-14. 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left. 2nd and 9. If we get any type of points here, that's all she wrote. Which I think is he lined up offside. They didn't call that. They didn't call it. I thought that was, man, you know, they showing Jane the highlights, everything on the money. Everything is on the button. Everything's on the button. Everything. Everything is on the button. Everything's on the button. Man, we on our way, man. Commanders on our way. Look at Brian Robinson. Look at Brian Robinson out here running. Look at Brian Robinson out. Man, I'm gonna enjoy watching this tape. I'm gonna enjoy watching this tape. I can't wait to get to it tonight. Get to this tape tonight. Man, the Commanders, man, playing outstanding football. Good for Cliff Kingsbury. He gets the win. Good for Cliff Kingsbury. Good for Cliff Kingsbury. Good for him. Good for Cliff. Good for Cliff Kingsbury. They got 33 rushes, 25 completions. That's a hell of a job right there, young fella. That's a hell of a job. And it's a penalty. Penalty on 45. Personal foul. That's loser. 45 when the West Virginia State, when my alma mater. He transferred, but that's where he went. That's where he went. Man, let me tell you something. Man, I'm overjoyed with happiness. This is what I'm seeing right now. Right now on Hit the Sled, it's a mass exodus at the Arizona Cardinal Stadium. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There are people leaving the stadium as we speak. Take a look at this. I'm sharing my screen. The Washington Commanders, for the first time, is making a team have a mass exodus. Take a look. People are leaving. People are leaving. People are leaving. The Washington Commanders is leading, is forcing people to get up out their seats and leave early. This ain't happened to us since '91 when we was going to the Super Bowl. When we went to Pittsburgh, we ended Chuck Noll's coaching career. We went to Dallas Monday night and put it on the Cowboys. This is what you're supposed to do to people. This is what you're supposed to do to people. That is what you're supposed to do to people. Force them to quit. Force them to quit. Force them to quit. They showing Bobby Wagner right now. Man, listen, y'all. Man, the Commanders, hey. This for real. This is for real, y'all. This is for real. This is for real. We actually out here doing this. The Commanders, we out here doing it. And while you're at it, please hit the like button. Please, look at that. Wide open. Wide open. Wide open. Wide open. Hey, man, get this touchdown here and get these boys out of here. Man, I can't wait to watch this film right here. I can't wait. I cannot wait to watch this film. I can't wait to watch this film. Cliff Kingsbury is trying to run up the score on the Cardinals. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to run up the score on the Cardinals. And that's what he's going to do. They get this touchdown here, that's finito. That's game over. That's it. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep it going. Keep it going. I like the fact that they got a lot of African-American assistants out there. They got a lot of assistant coaches, African-American. A lot of African-American assistants. A lot of African-American assistants out there. Touchdown. That's 42-14. Man, let me tell you guys something, man. Let me tell you guys something. Look at Cliff. They showing Cliff on the sideline laughing, joking. Yeah. That's human nature. Look at Jaden Daniels. Look at him. Look at him jumping up and down. Look at that, man. Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. This Commanders right here. We've arrived. Y'all better believe what y'all looking at. Y'all better believe what y'all looking at. Hey, man, let me tell you guys something. Hit the Sled, broadcasting live from the Hit the Sled studios. We coming to you this week. We're gonna have some film to show you guys on the defensive side of the ball. We're gonna start doing the defensive side of the ball as far as the run game. Find out what's going on with this run defense to let you guys know what I'm seeing as far as run defense. Offensively, of course, we're gonna go through Brandon Coleman's first start as a Washington Commander. And not only that, we're going to go through the entire film as far as the blocking that was done this week. The Washington Commanders. And then I'm gonna show you some stuff that I see on Caleb. Some stuff that will happen with Justin Fields. So we got a lot of stuff we're going to be working on. It's going to be a constant work this week. It's going to be a busy week. But, man, continue to hit the like button. Continue to follow me. Continue to subscribe to Hit the Sled. We just getting started. Continue to follow me on Hit the Sled. Continue to hit the like button. Man, it's truly amazing what's going on. But can't wait to talk to you guys again later on this week. Enjoy this win, Commanders fans. We're 42-14. The Washington Commanders are beating the Arizona Cardinals. It feels like it was back in the 80s and 90s when they was the Phoenix Cardinals. That's what it looked like to me. It feel like to me like they the Phoenix Cardinals out there. Out there in Tempe. That stadium used to be half empty out there. That's what it looked like to me. But with that being said, please follow me, hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Hit the Sled. You can follow me on Twitter. Man, I truly appreciate everybody. Man, follow me, support me. Man, I truly appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man. And God bless. Talk to you this week. Peace.